Okay, so last time our adventurers left the edge of the forest and snuck around to the tower, the collapsed tower on the southern side of the castle Rat, where they climbed over the collapsed walls and dropped in. Someone, however, Severin, decided to touch the glowing suit of armor in the room, which angered the spirits. And animated armor came up and started pummeling the group. They narrowly managed to escape with their lives, defeating the encounter, only
You're
to
welcome.
have the door broken down by Bonebreaker Dorkar. They were then ushered in to have a meal, and have since learned that Lord Saxon had hired or goaded the White Tusk orcs into slaughtering the Bedegar family. Because they were offered a powerful artifact of their god in exchange. Bonebreaker Dorkar foresaw a betrayal and did not slaughter the youngest of the Bedegars, being Edmund. He is now being held in this castle and is the playing card that Bonebreaker Dorkar wants to pass off to you so that her and her clan can just go and disappear. But she wants someone to bring down Lord Saxton. However, to convince her clan to go with her, she needs a magical artifact. You guys have agreed to give her one, and she's given you a lead that you could possibly go into the crypts in the dungeons, in the castle's dungeon. You were allowed to spend the night, and they did not slaughter you in your sleep, much to the disappointment of most of the orcs. So you guys spent the night. They just kept you in the common room, sleeping on the floor, while most of the other ones slept in area, the upper right-hand corner of the castle. I will ping it. So, it is now morning. You guys have rested. It smells. The orcs are going about their business, eating whatever gruel that has been prepared for them. What would you like to do?
Well, I suppose it's time to go and find this artifact.
Indeed.
Yep, sounds like a plan, Stan.
Okay, we go. No touching magical suits of armor. How about we just make that a rule?
So we like pull out a piece of parchment with a list of rules of shit that we fucked up on in the past, and like number 17 is don't touch the obvious trap armor.
Rule number 7 is don't die.
That's the hardest one.
Yep. Okay, so then. Well, you guys know it's downstairs. The collapsed tower has a stairway going down, but that is blocked currently by rubble.
And they didn't tell us how to get down there?
There's another staircase in the north. I
Let's,
just wanted to see if any of you were going to try to dig your way down.
I mean, we could try. We could certainly try.
You know, I have a hammer.
Okay. So,
That's why you need a dwarf.
I'm going to move your characters into one area for my convenience.
Okay.
Okay. So then. Are you guys wanting to go downstairs?
Yes.
Okay. Before you go down, Bonebreaker Dorkar sees you and nods to you and says, "You may die."
We all die someday.
What? I look at him be like, and you may die as well. Like it's a nice greeting or something that he's saying.
She laughs. She laughs. No. Well, you go downstairs, and your orc bodyguards are following you. So you have 4 orcs going with you. And you go down into the dungeon. Okay. Can all of you see?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Wow, I'm in 2 places at once.
Oh, wow.
You should only be seeing this one now. Let me go to my name. The orcs open up the door in front of you, leading to a hallway.
All right.
Have they? Oh wait, I'm still. One sec. Have they? I asked them how much have you guys explored down here?
They don't speak
They
English.
just look
common.
at you.
Yeah.
They blink.
All right, I forget that idea, and I just want to make it. I'm looking around for traps and kind of checking out what the dungeon down here looks like.
Okay. Well, it's that type of slimy stone. The ceilings are still 15 feet high. A little bit of an arc on top. Other than that, simple stone floors. It looks like this area could use a good scrubbing, but other than that, you're not finding any traps.
Okay. I cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Okay. The orcs
what's
look
the light
wary.
situation?
It is completely dark. No lights have been put up.
Yeah.
And it's at second level.
And I take out a dagger and I cast light on the tip of it.
Okay. The orcs go "Arrgh!" and shield their eyes as you bring this light out.
I'll tap a orc on the shoulder and then just point at him and then point down the hole and make the universal 2-finger walking motion.
Well, you guys have already walked down the stairs.
Oh, I meant to the end of this hallway.
Mm.
Go on, walk down there.
No, he motions for you to go.
I motion for him to go.
He motions for you to go, and his brow furrows.
He angrily does the walking motion with his
Okay, I go. I start walking down the hallway, looking. Can I make a perception or investigation check to make sure I'm not walking onto a trap here?
Yep, go right ahead.
All right. And can I turn to someone else in the party and say, someone to help me look for traps. I tend to miss them.
All right. I'll do it.
All right. So, can he do it with advantage if I help him? Or
Yep. Go right ahead. Yep, you're using the help action.
All right. Do you want to do perception for that?
Yep, perception.
Yeah. Because mine is poop. Oh, nice.
And I get, just in case.
That's why
Yep.
I don't do it.
Yep, so you're continuing down the hall. You're looking. Let's see. Go ahead and move yourself down a little bit to where you want to be. Okay, so you're going down. What you see is this hallway continues south, and then it seems to branch off to the right. To your right, there is a stone door, and to your left, there is also a stone door. A foul stench is reeking from a pit over here. And one of the orcs is pointing to this door over here.
I point to the pit and I say, "Or."
He looks at the pit and he goes, "Ugh," and points to his bottom.
Okay.
Ah.
Oh, it's a privy?
It's an open hole in the ground. You're not privy to too much.
That went over my head.
All right, I'll walk up to this door and is it locked? What does the door look like?
The door is a stone surface, polished smooth, and it has the symbol of a dragon knight's carved into it. There is a clear handle that you can use to pull it open. And, it
you're better
opens
at
in
this.
like a double door style.
Sure. Elman, you're better at this sort of thing. Last time I touched one of these, I got blasted by one of them runes. Want to do your tricks on this?
All right. Do an investigation check.
Okay, go right ahead.
And I'll help you if you need it.
Okay, so
22.
you're going up to the stone door. You're looking at the cracks. You're looking for the handles, and no traps.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if there's any magic going on there?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Not my greatest one, but no magic here. What's magic?
Yep, you're distracted. Saffron, are you wearing your new armor?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Should I try to open the door?
I'll open it. I'll just push it open.
I want to take a step back or two.
All right, that's fine.
Okay, so you go ahead, you step back, you're waiting for it, as a good adventurer should, and he opens the door. As you open the door, colder air like kind of bursts out, like it's been sealed in there for some time. And it hits you. Your light shines past the portal into this dark room lined with sarcophagi. Each one with the visage of a knight grasping their sword, peeking, like, risen out of the top of this stone sepulchres.
All
They
right, boys.
proceed in lines down the hall, undisturbed so far. At this, the orcs kind of just stand way back.
Whoa, look at all this treasure. Wow. Brave orcs should check out all the treasure.
Somebody say
Yeah.
treasure.
We're trying to feed a baby some food.
Here comes the treasure.
If I was a brave orc, I'd check out in this room. It's a pity they don't speak common. I'll look towards the rest of the guys, and I'll just say, "Well, shall we lumber on in?"
Yes.
You can freely walk down the middle two tiles, but if you walk along the walls, you have to climb over the sarcophagi.
Okay, I'm gonna
Well,
try and quietly enter.
Okay.
Not disturbing anything. Rolling stealth, essentially. Just trying to get a view for what's in here if anything happens if I enter. I'm trying to hide as I steal in.
So you duck behind the first sarcophagi, looking around. Nothing. So you step around and start moving up. The rest of the group, what are you doing? You're just watching him go from sarcophagi to sarcophagi?
I'm gonna follow my boy.
Yeah, I will also follow.
Okay.
Marlo's doing his best not to sing like stealthy music. Basically the Mission Impossible song.
Okay. So, you're suppressing the urge. Go ahead and roll me a wisdom save.
Alright. Yeah.
It works. It works. You are despite how incredibly difficult it is not to start humming, you're doing it. And you're just going from sarcophagi to sarcophagus. You dive, you duck, and you see it. There's kind of a bend around here. You keep moving up. You go one more, and you notice, you look around, and you can see that it comes to an end, this hallway, but still lined with sarcophagus. However, this one right here seems more ornate than the others, And as you approach,
Ah.
you hear, and you think you see a glimmer of light seeping through the cracks in the lid. But as you approach, you hear a voice. Who dares disturb my slumber? And I want you all to roll initiative.
Does
As a
anyone else
wraith
hear the
emerges
voice?
from... Yes, you guys could hear it as a whisper. Go ahead and position yourselves as you want to be in this room. Because we got some initiative to roll here.
Great. Really happy I rolled a 9. He rolled a 19.
Yep. Let's see here.
There goes talking us out of the fight.
The wraith rises from the stone lid, coming in to full view. His form, some dark, shadowy visage of what was once a proud knight, the outlines of plate armor, the sword at his side. But the hair is now wisps of dark energy, and his eyes a smoldering red. And he rises, and it is Severin's turn. Severin, what would you like to do?
How far is it? 25 feet? I'll run over there.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll go ahead and make some. I'll go ahead and try to strike it. Obviously, this thing is very threatening.
Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead. Roll your attack. 26. A 26 will hit.
All right.
The way you waited to say that.
Okay, and this is just a normal short sword, right?
Yes.
Your blade passes through his ectoplasmic being, and you can see it seems to cut through some of the magic, but it's not like cutting through flesh, and much of it reforms behind the blade.
Does he see me with the stealth roll I did?
He is aware of your presence.
Okay.
Oh, and you're wearing the armor.
Yep. Is that your turn, Severin?
I'll go ahead and make another short sword attack with it.
Okay, go right ahead.
That's not good.
Yep. That one, so your first one you slash through, and then you come back around, and he's just slides back, and your blade goes through thin air. Next up is him, and he sees you coming up and attacking him. And so he reaches out for you. But you are not having any of that today, and you're like, nope. And he hastily pulls his hand back as you swing your short sword again.
Alright.
Okay. He is definitely aware of you.
Yeah, definitely sees me.
Yeah, not only is he aware of you, but he sees you too. Okay. Jonathan.
Alright, I got a hell of a turn.
I forgot one thing. Yes, okay, I'll do this in the very back for your favor. Severin and Marlowe, on the Wraith's turn, you guys notice that rising from the back two sarcophagi, two specters come up.
Oh, goody.
Wonderful. My
We
favorite.
got more.
Hey, what's going on up there?
Just gonna leave your friend hanging?
Oh, we got more.
Okay, it's Jonathan's turn.
Bad things are going on.
Alright, I'm gonna run up next to Severin. And as a bonus action, I'm gonna cast a nice spell called Magic Weapon on his good old short sword.
Oh, why? Thank you.
And then I'll loop around a little bit more. Oop, right there. And I will cast Booming Blade on the Wraith. It'll be a booming mace. So the attack misses and the cantrip fails.
Yep. Ah!
And that's gonna be it for me.
Okay.
Well, maybe I'll move a little bit more, like 1 or 2 spaces.
Aha. There you go. Okay, Marlowe.
I am going to run around the back of him. To there.
Standing on top of his sarcophagus.
Yeah, hop up onto that.
Defiler!
May you're dead. Time to remember that. And I will cast Hexblade's Curse on him as a bonus action.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I will make 2 attacks against him with advantage because I am flanking him.
Go right ahead.
Greatsword is magic.
Ooh!
Yeah.
Nice!
There we go. So I'm gonna add my proficiency bonus to both of these, so they'll have a +3 on damage. Oh, the second one is also a crit.
Yes.
Crit on
Any
19.
attack roll you make against the cursed target on a roll of 19 or on a 20.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So go ahead and press the damage for the first one twice.
Yeah. And then both of those are gonna be +3, so
So-
20 plus 19 is 39 points of damage.
39 points of damage. He lets out a ghastly howl as you see his form start to shrivel.
Return to the grave.
Okay. Elman, you're up.
All right, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I'm going to do motion, and a cunning action gets me here. Yep, and I'll just do Raper with the good old sneak attack damage on there.
That hits.
Sorry, ignore that.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Okay, and this is not magical,
No.
correct?
Yep, so
Okay. Pokes through him. Okay, and that brings us to Severin.
All right. I like this whole advantage having thing. We'll hit it with my new magic short sword.
That hits.
All right, and I'll go ahead and add my menacing attack to that. So I'll be getting an extra D8 of damage, and it'll have to maybe become frightened. Okay, and so this is also going to have 1 added to it, right? Because of the magic weapon.
Yep.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
Hey!
Can I just decapitate its ghostly head? Just
Go right ahead. Swoosh, your blade goes through it, and then you see the rest of it just start to dissipate into ectoplasmic goo, dripping to the floor and evaporating to the ceiling, and the specters disappear as well.
I feel like that went a lot better than the last combat.
The orcs are outside like,
And I technically regain hit points, but I can't because I'm already above my full.
There we go. There go most of my plans for today's adventure.
Sweet.
Now, what's in this glowing sarcophagus?
I mean, look, mate, you did well with the whole decapitating thing, but you really should have impaled him. Impaling's always
The orcs walk up upon hearing your voice, and they look in. They're just like, huh? And then you hear one of them.
Warriors.
You hear one of them running up, and then you hear like running up the stairs. Dot, 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 dot.
All right, what's in here? I'll, with probably someone's help, lift off the lid.
Okay, yeah, with someone's help,
I
it's
will
no
help.
problem at all. You push aside the dust of ages, and as you push, the light grows brighter, spilling out into the room. You push it aside. Inside, there is a skeleton. The ornamental robes it was buried in have long since rotted, but there, clasped in its skeletal hands, is a beautiful longsword that is glowing with white light.
Long swords are pretty cool.
Can I roll Arcana check to see if this is like a famous weapon or a magical weapon? I mean, I'm assuming it's magical, like a well-known type of weapon.
If you want to identify it, you would either have to cast the identify spell or spend a
Yeah.
short rest with it.
No, absolutely. I just want to see if it's like a common.
Yeah, it would be a
I don't
history
know,
check.
If
It would be a what?
If you could roll like a, let's see, do we have history checks?
Yes.
Yeah, history.
Okay. I don't have advantage, but the first roll's a 14.
Yep. You have not heard of his longsword. You do, however, it's quite plain to see that there is some sort of light enchantment on it, at least.
Maybe we could spend some time here. I mean, I know you can tell people about magic items. We could sit down with this for a little while, and we might be
Yeah.
able to do that.
The blade of his longsword seems to glow white, like it is a beam of light hammered into the shape of a sword. Its hilt is gold-plated and bedded with 3 sapphires.
All right, I'll cast Identify.
So you can cast a ritual if you want. Like we have 10 minutes.
Yep. Okay.
So you're just going to cast it as a ritual sitting here in the middle of the script?
Why'd you
I
have to
don't
say
see
it like
anything
that?
wrong
But
with
yes.
that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look around the other crypts and see if I
Okay.
can find them.
Well, in the middle of your casting, you hear more footsteps coming down the stairs.
Do I find anything while I'm grave robbing before that?
Hold on. I need to update my tokens. There we go. Okay. And you see Bonebreaker Dorkar pushes past the orcs that are still gawking in the entrance, followed by Oreg. And she looks in. You're done already.
Well, it wasn't too hard.
Oh, this is what you wanted?
Like I said, mighty warriors.
You truly are. And I have great faith in you now that you can take down Lord Saxton. I am impressed, she says with a smile. Come, let us feast.
Our friend here is finding out the specifics of this sword for you. You might want to give him 5 more minutes, and then we'll come up and meet with him.
Yes. So she'll wait 5 minutes for you, talking with Oreg in Orcish, and the rest of the orcs. They seem to be getting a little excited. And while you're doing that, she would also come over to you and she'll say, "You know, we tried to come into this room once, and about 18 ghosts rose from these tombs. We fled before we were overwhelmed."
Ah, so it seems like you kind of loosened the jar for us then.
Yes.
Well, I don't know what he's talking about. We killed at least 30.
Deception check.
It was
Oh, first check. 23.
There were more, she says. Mighty warriors you are. Okay, so you finish identifying this sword. Allow me to show this to everyone. This is the longsword Grace.
Oh, damn.
pretty nice.
Now, do you really want to know? I sorry to ask. I didn't find anything looking at the other graves, did I?
No, there's nothing of note in them. Whatever was in them has long since rotted. You can find
Okay.
rusty swords, but nothing that would pique your interest.
All right.
Yep. So will you follow her up to feast?
I think so.
Feast on
Yeah, why not?
whom?
On some deer that they caught in the area. Not on you.
What was the guy's who we killed's name? Because that's for sure who we're feasting on.
Gorog?
It was Gorog. We're feasting on Gorog.
No, they
Finally
still have
cooked Gorog.
they still have not found the body. 1 second, guys. Okay, so you guys are brought back upstairs. Bonebreaker Dorkar is genuinely excited about how well you did. The orc guards are told to stay out. Edmund is brought in. He sits down next to Pina.
We did well, Pina.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, and I'm glad you're not dead.
I'm quite glad about that as well, actually.
It's quite a plus.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling so confident after the pep talk you guys gave me yesterday. I thought you were all going to die.
Thanks, Pina.
Hey, you guys are the ones that said everyone dies one day.
I mean, it's technically correct.
It is. Unless you go for lichdom. And she
Right.
taps her chin. Nah, I don't think that would suit me.
Yeah, it's really flushes the skin out.
Yeah.
It's lichdom. When
Every wizard toys with it at least once. You can't be a serious wizard without at least thinking about it.
Oh, so you have to be a wizard.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Not that I had any plans. Just gonna cry a little bit.
Okay. So
this is some good food.
yeah, it's not. It's cooked by orcs.
It's great. Love it.
It's delicious.
Deception
Seasoning.
check, please.
Spot
Okay. Then you will have to tell the cook. I don't agree, but whatever you say, mighty warrior, Bonebreaker says. Now, you have recovered a magical sword.
It doesn't.
I require a magic item to appease my tribe. You give me the magic item, and we leave this castle to you. We leave the mage with you. We leave the human boy with you. Hey! I am a lord! Quiet!
Take the human boy with you, or no deal.
We don't want him. You say a magic item, not the magic item.
Yes, but it must be of sufficient power.
Well, look at these dice I've got. They'll land on any number.
She looks at you. Go ahead and roll the persuasion check at disadvantage.
Sure.
Because you're trying to persuade her with dice.
Yeah. That's a 7.
I think that's
How about 2 dice?
She just glares.
Yeah, I mean, sweeten the deal.
She just glares at you. No dice.
I get it.
That's a good pun. I like that.
You may think about it today.
Elman asks, have you explored any more of the dungeons beneath this castle?
Yes, we have found all that we can find.
How about the most powerful item of all? And I'll hold up the mystery key and be like, you know what, to be honest with you, it's not that great. It is magic, though. It opens something.
What is the rarity of that item?
Oh, it is common, sir.
Okay. That would require a persuasion roll also at disadvantage because you're trying to
Yeah.
use a key.
We keep rolling the first one so well. Oh.
She glares at you and just shakes her head.
You're right. You're right. I don't know why I brought it up. It's really bad. I'll put it back.
You know, I got a pot. Pretty great.
What is this pot?
Oh, you know, you put plants in it, and then they turn into minions. Eventually.
That's
Roll a deception check.
Now, do I have to? Because that's what it actually does.
That's what it actually does?
Yeah,
What
it's
item
the
is
pot
this?
of a- Here, wait.
It takes like 30
How
days,
do I-
right?
Here, wait. Yeah, something like that. It's that one.
Oh, okay.
you get a little plant boy.
Okay. What's the rarity of this item?
It is also common.
Also common. Did you guys use your common magic item?
Bottom on a lark.
Okay.
What if we give you all of these spectacular items?
She looks at this. She looks at Oreg, and she has him. She talks to him in Orcish and tells him to examine it. He nods and says he says something in Orcish. Go ahead and roll persuasion. Just normal.
Oh, wow. I'm still not going to do very good.
Yeah. She looks up and shakes her head. Such a thing would not appease the white tusks.
What if we gave
oh
you
well.
all of our magic items? Like these 3 the keys,
It's a package
The ball.
deal.
and the die. And think of, you could cheat all the other Orcish tribes with these die. Gamble away. A massive fortune. Put this adventuring behind you, just retire to gambling.
She looks around. She looks at the sword hilt that you guys have. I like the sword.
Yeah, me too, that's fair.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. One of you roll a persuasion check for all of your magic items, except for the magic full plate and the sword.
All right, I have +5 for persuasion.
Do it.
Do that one.
Yep, I'm 3.
Hey.
She looks at all of the items on the table, And she looks at Oreg. He examines the items, and he confirms that each one is indeed magical. And then she picks up the dice. 1. Throws it. Lands on a 1, right?
Yep.
6. Throws it. Lands on a 6, right?
It does, yeah.
4.
Lands on a 4. I'm attuned to it right now, so I'm the one, whatever number it says, I'm thinking it.
Oh man, that was a really bad decision on my part.
4.5. Boom.
It lands like on the edge between a 4 and a 5.
She is genuinely impressed. She takes it. She takes the dice, and she lets out a great roar. And then the rest of the orcs are letting out this great roar in Orcish, and they all walk into the common room. All of the orcs have come to gather. Even the wounded one on the floor is still groaning, but he looks attentive. They all gather in this room. They come streaming from upstairs. And they come in. Do you guys come out to come see this?
Yeah, for sure.
I'll look through the door.
Okay. So you guys come up. You guys come out. Oreg. Let's. Oh man, this is all going to be in Orcish. So who here understands Orc?
No.
I could cast comprehend languages and understand what's going on.
It's just, who gives a shit, really?
She holds up the dice, and she begins saying something in Orcish.
Does she say? Is she saying it? Oh, she's gonna throw it in Orcish, isn't she?
Oh
Oh no.
So what do you do?
I interrupt. Marlowe steps forward and he kind of walks up to her and he says, "You need to spend some time with it for it to attune to you. So when you're gonna throw it, hold up the number of fingers that you want it to land on, and I'll make it land on that many fingers. Tomorrow you can do it yourself. You need to spend an hour with it.
Just an hour?
Just an hour.
Then
this way you don't look silly."
she turns back and she continues her speech in Orcish, and she holds up 2 fingers.
It lands on a 2.
Throws the dice, it lands on a 2. And the orc's like, huh? And then she picks up and she holds up 1 finger and she throws the dice.
It lands on a 1.
She picks it up and she holds up 4 fingers. And then she throws the dice.
4 it is.
And then she goes into a lengthy explanation about something. And this is going on in Orcish. And then she holds up 5 fingers. Many of the orcs are confused, but she throws the dice again.
Lands on a 5.
Some of the orcs nod in appreciation, and some of them are amazed that there are more than 4 numbers.
Oh yeah, there's that 5th finger. Always forget that it's dumb.
And she picks it up, and the orcs start cheering.
Did we just convince a bunch of orcs to cheer for some dice?
Yes, you did. And she has convinced them.
I feel like we just traded some land for like wampum and beads.
we sold her a plot of land on the moon. Like, that's what we just did. We're like, hey, yeah, it'll be worth something someday. But right now, with this very choice $75,000 investment, you can own.
No. Okay, so the rest of the orcs are cheering, and they've started going around. They're starting to pack up their stuff. Pina and the boys stay with you, Bonebreaker Dorkor says to you once you have retired into the dining room again with Oreg. I have decided my mighty wound is greater than any weapon you can offer, and I can kill with impunity. Yet with these, they now believe I am the master of fate.
Yeah, you know, what?
That makes sense. You are
Yes.
master of fate.
And now,
Yeah. And you'll have shrubs. that listen to you.
Yeah.
Will soon be plaster of fate and nature.
In
30 days.
a month. In a
I
month.
got a question.
Yeah.
When we agreed to give all our magic items, did that include some good old potions?
No, it does not.
No, it was those 3 items.
Those
Like,
three, those 3 common items.
Yeah.
But then she sits you down though, and she locks the door. And now we stay here for an hour.
Oh, right, yeah. There you go. I toss her the die.
And then an Oreg gestures for a pair as well. Because there were 2 sets of dice, right?
Oh, yeah.
We have 1 die each.
We
One-
have
one-
one
yeah.
each.
1 die each. So then Oreg takes the other one.
I mean, you can take both, Bonebreaker.
No.
You-
Oreg will also be a master of fate.
Understood.
And he will be the keeper of the plants. I have no patience for such things. So there's
That's fair, I
Oreg
didn't
holding a
either.
die and a plant. Is there anything?
A key that may or may not open a door.
Oh, and a key. Bonebreaker Doorcore
Oh
has
no,
that
it
one.
does open a door. It's just haven't opened one so far.
Okay. So, an hour passes. Is there anything you guys want to talk about? Any questions you want to ask?
Marlo's just going to be chatting to the boy, asking him how long he's been captured, what it's been like, what happened to his family, all that sort of shit.
Yes. Let's see here. So you
I'll
know.
ask Pina.
Yeah.
I'll ask Pina. Why does she think she was taken?
I really don't have any idea. We took her to force the town to negotiate. Bonebreaker Dorkar says in the midst of her concentrating on these dice.
Bonebreaker, you just need to stare at the dice quiet. You can't talk.
Just sitting there.
You do not talk to me in such a way.
I'm just telling you. Well, you have to start again.
You gotta start all over now. You ruined it.
She growls. Well, I guess if that's true, then she really wanted to pawn off Edmund to someone. Pawn me off! I am an important piece in all of this.
You are the most important piece.
Yes, without me, there is no proof that Lord Saxton has slaughtered my family.
Yeah. Edmund, here's a word of advice. Probably don't go telling everyone that, because Lord Saxon's going to kill you.
Yes, I have that propriety. Thank you very much.
Well, you just met us and you're telling
Yeah,
us, so...
That was like the first thing
Yeah.
you told us about yourself.
Right.
Well, it is the entire reason why Bonebreaker Dorkor has brought you here.
Yeah, she brought us here. Yeah, that's what happened.
The reason you are still alive is because she believes you can use me to get back at Lord Saxton, which I am incredibly keen on doing.
Excellent.
So we're thinking like a prank or something?
No,
His house.
we must be willing and able to withstand the full might of his armies. Now, I do
Look
not
around the
hold
table.
my family's...
5 of us?
The 5 of us, and now, once they leave, a keep. I do not hold my family's house at Bedekar Keep, and I have no army. I am still young, but I am my father's son. I am the Baron of Bedekar. Yet, it appears I owe you my life. So, you, he points to Severin, you seem to be the most knightly of this group.
Wow.
Well,
And the most
that would be
capable
true.
fighter.
Oh my god!
that's for sure. Yes.
I will begin my revenge on Lord Saxton with this motley crew. If you will, I will take you as my first knight.
Yep, works for me.
What?
Hand me a sword. He holds out his hand.
I fumble for my short sword. I'm like, okay, here you go.
I get the wooden practice sword and hand him the wooden practice sword.
He looks at you with disdain and takes Severin's short
It's a
sword.
sword.
Kneel.
All right.
Elman
Edmund
is looking
taps
at
the
all of this
sword.
whole thing like you're all drunk or have some sort of severe food poisoning.
Edmund
we
taps
do.
the sword on your shoulders, his hands trembling slightly with the weight of it. Arise, Knight of Bedegar. I invest you with this castle too, just as the knights of good King Omund held it in elder days. And then he seems to relax a little. Okay, well, now I take you all as my privy council. What shall we do?
Give us a sec, my lord. Can the Privy Council have a quick word?
Yes.
All right. First things first, state bird. Am I right? State bird. You know,
that is what I wanted to talk about.
Already established.
The flying ostrich.
Oh no!
Okay, so an hour passes, and so the dice are now attuned to Oreg and Bonebreaker.
Indeed.
They start having competitions with each other, and they seem mightily impressed, and they look at you. Take down Lord Saxton.
We will. Are you? Where are you planning on going?
We will go to the north, into the mountains, into the forest.
Well, you could stay here for a little while if you want.
And
this
why
lad's-
would we do that?
Well, this little fellow here seems to think that we're his privy.
You will address me
Wow.
as my lord.
Yeah, whatever, my lord. Well, there's I don't know, there's knights in the forest looking for you, and if they find us and him, they'll probably kill him. And yeah, we could maybe bargain in killing one of the Rose Knights.
Hmm.
You get to kill one of the Rose Knights if you stay.
She rubs her chin, seriously considering this offer. And then she says, "That goes beyond our deal here and puts my kin in danger. I would need something else, a new deal."
I'd say we can handle this ourselves.
She looks around the room and looks at Pina. Her. I want her.
No deal.
I mean, let's not be hasty.
Me! Pina exclaims.
Why do you want her?
Dorkor nods.
Purpose. What purpose? Why?
Shamans bless the tribe. They curse our enemies, and this is good. But a wizard. Orc tribes have no wizard. She live with us, make us potions, scrolls. Can you read? Pina asked timidly. Read? What does this have to do with anything? I don't know. Stupid question now that I think about it. Maybe a wand or two? Dorikar shrugs.
Dorka, what about she doesn't live with you, but she might still be able to make you some
6 months.
Wow, that's like 6 plants.
she knows what she wants.
Mm-mm.
6
1 month.
months.
1 month. 1 month.
Whoa!
And-
You're
It's already negotiating her incarceration, basically.
Excuse me,
absolutely
do
done.
I get a say in this?
You do, Pina, but think about the child. Do you want the child
Think of
to
it
die?
like an internship, kind of.
Who wants to
adventure.
roll a persuasion roll against Pina?
I can.
Is anyone helping him?
I will help.
Yep. Okay, so what are you saying?
Pina, think of the child. Without these orcs, if we're found in the forest or at this castle, they'll kill us. They'll kill you too, Pina. this way. You may only have to go for what we'll negotiate on how long. It's not going to be 6 months, maybe 3. We'll negotiate on how long.
She
you
seems
just
pretty
have to go-
set.
And maybe
Let's roll dice to see how many months.
Yeah. So you would
Bonebreaker Dork will roll a die.
Yes. Let's roll dice to see how long she stays. And she rolls a 6.
Oh, Bonebreaker! You can't use that trick on me, Bonebreaker. Those are my dice.
The dice say 6.
You can't argue with it. You can't. There's no way around it. There's no counter argument.
The logic is flawless. Pina, what do you think, Pina? Would you be willing to make that sacrifice?
She looks a little scared, but then she looks at Edmund.
Why can't Pina stay here and do the work for you, Bonebreaker Dorkor?
We don't like to stay. Once fight with night is over, we take her to our home.
Well, what about if your home is in the forest just over there? Not in the castle, near the castle. And there's a nice
smell of civilization, and we have been betrayed before. We go to our home where we can ambush you if you attack us.
You can ambush us here if we attack you. If we attack you, that's
yes,
why we have
and then all the towns can come.
You know, guys, it's all right. We already rolled the dice. That's how many months out of 6 months she's not going to be staying with him.
6 months. I can do it,
What
and
about
I guess
two?
it'd be a good training for me. I mean, I've never had to do like so many orders of wands for such purposes. So, I mean, it's like going to a camp, right?
And
Yeah,
think
it's
about
study
it
abroad.
And think about it this way, Pina, that if, it's after we take out Lord Saxon, we might be dead by then.
Well, then I guess I have an orc tribe to help me. I can do it. But
What about this? What about 2 months, and then so long as you haven't mistreated her, she can choose to stay for the full 6 months. Because you got a guarantee that she can leave at the end of 6 months, and then none of your orc shamans, none of your orc shamans are going to try and start making magic babies or something gross like that.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion roll. Six months.
I'd say that went well.
No babies.
All right. Well, it's up to you.
I think that's fair.
We have no use for weak human babies.
Pina is not an orc. She's used to a certain standard of living. Will she be provided those kind of creature comforts while she's out with you?
We give her what we have. She make what she wants.
I'm just saying you'll get better potions if she's well fed and happy.
She will be well
get
fed.
A good stipend, maybe a first pick of any spoils, stuff like that.
She will be treated as shaman.
Some mutton, Pina. You like mutton, right?
Well, I like fun more than money.
You got the prestidigitation, right? You can just
yeah, I have that. That's common.
Yeah. Candy flavored mutton,
Yeah. So, all
right, 6 months it is then.
Okay. Then yes, we will go into the woods and organize. We are tired of stone walls. When you are ready, send for us. Actually, she looks around. No. And she points to she goes into the hallway and yells at an orc, and he comes running in. This is Muag. When you are ready, Muag, you send him to find us.
Righto. Muag, you don't speak common, do you, mate?
Little, he says.
Oh, good. When I say run for them, that's when you go.
Ugh. And he slams his fist against his chest.
Very manly.
We got
Very
the valedictorian over here.
And you notice he was one of the ones who truly understood the nature of numbers above 4.
Oh, very intelligent. I know you, Buag. You're a smart orc.
Our most promising son.
Okay.
Maybe you can teach Pina a thing or two. She's not as smart as you, Mama. Pina, maybe think of it as like charity work, Pina. When you're really just teaching them to read and civilize them.
Yeah.
It's like like Mages Without Borders.
I do have one request though, Bonebreaker. May I go home, just to gather a few things and say bye to some people. I promise I'll be back.
Sounds like a grift to me, Bonebreaker. I don't know.
In about your home.
You told me already. There might be something.
Yep. There definitely weren't any potions, though.
And I want to see them.
Fast, fair.
Bonebreaker nods. We stay here until you return. No Pina, no troops.
She's an honest soul, Bonebreaker. She'll be back.
She's a nice girl.
Yeah. Lovely.
Then we stay here. You are free to go as you wish.
Marlowe holds up his glass and says, well, to new friends and new indentured servants.
Here.
To the end of Lord Saxton, Edmund says as he holds up his glass of milk.
That too, Eddie. That too, Eddie. That too.
Yeah.
And he cheers, and there is much shouting and victorious cheering. Yes. So, what would you guys like to do now? Severin, you are a knight of Bedegar.
I want to explore the rest of the dungeon.
Yeah, there any ghosts to bust?
What are normal nightly duties, my lord?
We shall discuss those in private when I have had time to formulate them. But essentially, you will protect my person and uphold my laws and my decrees. I also make you master of this keep.
First decree, bedtime is 11 o'clock now. No one can say anything.
I would appreciate it if you treated me with respect.
Yeah,
he says,
come on,
completely
guys.
serious, looking at you all. If even my followers do not treat me with respect, how am I expected to earn the respect of my people?
Wise words. Wise words. Yeah, I'll think on that. I will.
Well, that's at least better.
Great.
Yes, we have to rally the towns behind me. And we must prepare our plans to take on Lord Saxton and his armies.
Do I think the towns will? Do I think that the towns would rally behind him?
He holds up his hand and he has a signet ring. They will recognize this. Yes, the Bedegar family was much beloved. And you remember hearing the news. You were actually... It was a devastating blow to the adventurer lifestyle when you heard that Lord Saxon had ascended. And that was also with the rise of the Knights of the Three Roses. And you've also seen an increase of monstrous activity in the lands. Like some of the outskirt towns have been raided and nothing has been done about it.
Good for adventuring business, though.
Except for the taxes that he tries to impose on adventurers and those that he imprisons just to make examples of.
Whoa!
Yeah,
I take it all back.
Yeah, and he's been like rounding up all the wizards in the land, so arcane users have been few and far between. Pina hasn't seen her master in some time now.
So to be clear here, until I learned all this information, Marlowe's intention was to take everyone aside and be like, well, let's just sell him to Lord Saxon. But now I'm reconsidering. let's just sell. Let's just, we get a castle, then we'll sell him for some money.
Well, you wouldn't be able to keep the castle.
Well, that would be part of the same.
Yeah. So,
All right,
what would you
just
guys?
look around. Who looks the most like Edmund here? Who can we cast off?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Marlowe can turn into Edmund, more or less.
So, what would you guys like to do?
Well, I think it might behoove us to start spreading this word then that you're alive and that you need loyal men and women to defend you. There, Eddie.
Yes.
No, I
So-
do know of a town nearby.
Commercials.
Yeah. Eddie, can you write?
Yes, I can write.
Oh, that's very good. Maybe you could write a letter seal it with that ring,
Mm-hmm. Yes, that would be very wise.
You can start a street posse. Mobilize the youth.
Yeah.
Start a real grassroots kind of.
Start from the bottom
Yes.
up.
We should keep this close to our chest for now, and take in only those towns that we know we can trust.
We should only accept donations of less than 20 gold pieces.
I think you mean more.
I am willing to accept donations of any amount of gold pieces, for it is expensive to. It'll be quite the endeavor to repair this keep.
Lord Edmund,
Nah, just a
does
bit of
your
elbow grease.
father have any allies?
He's thinking. No, we are. The kingdoms around here are isolated. They stay to themselves.
That's how one gets picked off, I think.
From levels 1 through 4, have we ventured very far outside of where?
Yes, you've
Yeah.
you've hit a few towns. You know of a few mercenary companies. You probably worked for one before, knowing the nature of this group. So you'd have some contacts that you would be able to go out and hire some mercenary companies.
All right, so we got mercenaries.
You also-
the lordly type, maybe.
Yep. You also know of some people who are specifically set against the Knight of the Three Roses. It would just be harder to get in contact with them.
Okay. Edmund, is there, don't suppose there's like a treasury downstairs?
I wouldn't be surprised. Although perhaps we should discuss that and search for it at a later date. And
Got it.
Bonebreaker and Oreg seem locked in discussion, and he motions his eyes over.
Got it, yeah. That's a
We
good
should
point.
have time to explore the keep later, if they are going to go into the forest.
Great point.
Great. All right, so maybe first take Pina to see the town.
Yes,
Maybe,
and I would like
tell
to go
them
with
what-
you.
Right.
I prefer
Well,
not
is
to-
that a good idea? Okay, is that a good idea, though, looking as you do?
I'd prefer to stay. We can find a cloak for me.
Yeah, just fashion you up real quick.
Yeah, but what if one of the knights sees you? One was
Then
staying
you
there
are
that
powerful
night.
enough to protect me, are you not?
No, they kicked our ass. he was a tough one.
Deception check.
Well, really, you should have hired them. I mean,
Yeah, right. If you wanted someone, is it a deception check?
Yes, it's a deception check.
All right.
He sighs. What if I put my lot in with?
I mean, do you have a choice?
No, I
maybe
don't.
we could convince them to 1v for us.
Yeah.
Yes, I prefer
Appear
to go
to-
with you than staying in this place by myself. I've been here too long.
That's fair. Yeah, probably some bad memories here. Oh, also,
They actually haven't been that bad.
Awful.
What about
awful
when you killed, what about when you murdered your family?
That was very bad. But here in the keep hasn't been too bad.
Okay, well that's good at least.
Go ahead and roll an
What-
insight check.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Uh,
He seems forthright.
wasn't there a problem with the chapel? Someone said it was haunted.
Yep. They had defiled the altar in the temple, and whenever it's touched, a spirit rises up.
Well, maybe we should clear that out because I would rather not have monsters in the keep. Also,
Well,
is there any way to turn those suits of armor back on? Because, not gonna lie,
Good God.
pretty great defense for the only way into the castle.
It would be a long while before you were able to enchant that many suits of armor again.
Dana.
The shrine was to Saint Gade, right?
Yes.
Why don't we get the priest we met back in town to come and see if he can reconsecrate it to him? That should calm the spirits down.
That is a good idea. That is a good idea. All right, well, let's set off for town then.
Okay. As you prepare to head out, Boomburger says, "We stay here. Bring Peanut back."
We will. You've got my word.
Okay.
And I shake your hand.
Are you guys going to set out?
Yes.
What time of day is it? It's still early, right?
Yes, it's still very early. You guys handled that encounter quickly.
It was, yeah. I got lucky with 2 rolls. And I'm out of character trying to think about how to seal off this part of the castle, the tower, because it's the only way in by the doors.
Well, you think that if you one of the ways could be to get peasant levies that were willing to work on it, then they could repair, like they could focus that as part of their repairs.
Okay, so they could repair that wall. That's fair. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the short term, they could just post more orcs there.
Yeah,
'Cause we got
especially if because you have these useless walls on the outside, you can imagine like
Yeah,
a temporary
spare
fix
rock.
just being to raise up, or even raising wood palisades within the stone.
Yeah.
Like there are options. You just need the manpower to
Or
do
even
it.
just like collapsing a bunch of rubble right in front of the door.
That too.
Blocking the door. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, yeah, I think it's a good idea to go get some friends.
Okay, so are you guys heading out?
Although, I kind of pull Edmund to the side. Eddie, we might want to go look for that money before we go to town, as, well, mercenaries like to have money, and we should probably figure out how much we have before we start hiring people.
Okay. Lead the way.
Well, you know where the treasury is, I don't.
I have not seen a treasury, although I would imagine there is a place if it hasn't been found yet.
All right. Well, Bonebreaker, you should probably get going. You know,
We
busy
stay
day, all
here
that.
till you bring Pina.
Into the woods, though, right? You're staying in
We
the
stay
woods.
here.
Oh, here, right here. Oh, good. Okay. Elman, what do you think? Jonathan, Severin, someone.
Let's just go to town, and then we'll look for it when we get back.
How far of a walk is it to town?
Half a day.
Maybe 4 if you're slow.
Well, it's considerably shorter if you skip instead, I think.
We should still have some
Get a little bit
horses.
more
actually.
distance.
We should still have some horses, right? Or did
I
he head back
have
to
a horse in my inventory, but I think we kind of let them.
You guys have no idea where Gil is.
Just carrying a horse in my backpack.
Honestly, you can't find good help these days. So unreliable.
Well, that's right. We were going to get paid for the job too, so
I forgot we had a boy with us that was just off to the side.
Yeah. Good old Gil. Well, yeah. Let's head towards town though.
Okay. So, as you guys are exiting, Pina looks around. Have you guys really been given this castle?
I have.
Surprise.
That's really exciting. And she's looking up at one of the towers.
Yeah, you've got to
The-
think
the
of
one tower.
don't you?
Yep. So,
No. Pina, yeah, you could always come stay with us after your
Excursion.
slavery. After we sold you into slavery.
you didn't sell me into slavery. I volunteered to help Edmund.
Voluntold.
And that is the narrative that we're going with. That's the party line.
Whatever way you want to remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you could come stay here afterwards if you'd like. There's a tower. You don't have a tower anymore because the orcs blew it up. Also, just gonna say this, guys, and we're out of the earshot of the orcs right now, correct?
Yes, you are. You've been walking.
If they were all to die in battle, I would have no problem with that. Gets Pina out of her contract, solves our problem. Could probably grab our dice back.
Who knows? Maybe my
We'll
plan
never
will be
forget
finished by then.
that we had to give up our dice.
Right, just keep that in mind, guys. They could be the expendable troops. Appeal to their bloodlust and love of being orcish.
Don't underestimate Bonebreaker Dorkar. She will probably have a plan for that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that lady is smarter than I am.
Yeah, probably. Still, you just gotta press the right buttons.
I mean, she did trade a castle for some dice. Am I right there, guys?
I'm that smart.
That was very clever. But yes, I think after those 6 months, I'll take you up on that offer. Because real wizards live in a castle with towers.
Yes, they do.
I would like that very much, she says with a smile.
And you're kind of homeless.
Yeah, I am.
Also, I should say, Pina, if you can make us any potions in the next few days while you're here before you leave with them, that would be very much.
I'll need my
Wonderful.
supplies, so we'll see what I can gather from the remains of my house.
Perfect.
Also, to stay in our castle, you do have to pay an HOA fee. I hope you know that.
She looks at you and blinks.
We'll take in trade.
Yeah, and you everything has to be beige. It's in the contract. Out of my hand.
Oh, you're boring.
It's not my choice. I voted for green.
Okay, so you guys are returning to town. It's a short walk now. 3 hours. Let's go ahead. You're going through a dangerous forest. Could I have one of you roll a 1d12?
I'll do it. A 2.
Okay. As you guys are walking through the forest, you're going by, and all of a sudden, Severin, you feel a plink off your armor. And you look down, and a stone falls to the ground. And then
He's throwing rocks.
the rest of you also feel stones start to fall on you. And you hear laughing coming from the treetops. Looking up, there are about 12 goblins in the trees.
I fire.
Okay, hold on here. Let's drag you guys over and get some combat music going with some initiative. Yeah.
When that first rock hits me, just immediate reaction is to fire.
Okay, so I need to drag you guys out onto this map.
Nope.
Who's using the longsword, by the way?
Seeing as I have the armor to match. Anyway.
Well, I'm like I don't. I already have a magic weapon, so it's probably a waste for me to use it.
Let's see here.
Plus healing. Ha.
Oh yeah, the healing. I could use that most of the time.
Do I not? Okay, hold on. I need to copy and paste 2 of these guys because I don't have them. Okay. So now, you guys also have Edmund and Pina with you. You guys are coming in from the northeast, so go ahead and arrange yourselves as you wish to be walking in regards to Pina and Edmund. And allow me to drag some goblins onto the map.
Which way would we be heading?
Towards the southeast.
Okay.
And do I get those shots off or not?
Yeah, you'll get that as the part of a surprise round.
Cool.
Now, quick question: did I actually end up with the sword, or did someone else take it?
Marla's not going to fight for it.
Nope.
Okay, each one of these goblins is at least 10 feet in the air. Up in the tree branches.
Okay.
Okay. So you all have initiative. They are going to go on...
So
Okay.
I have a +1 to initiative, which isn't great, but I don't think I've rolled initiative above a 10 this entire time.
Great. Okay, so hold on here. Which one did you shoot?
Probably the
Marlo?
one above me. Probably the one right above me.
Okay, so you feel the stone. You look up, you blast, and it goes, "Ah!" And its charred corpse comes falling from the tree and crashes to the ground. And the rest of them start yipping, and you hear a shower of stones drop to the forest floor as 11 rocks hit the ground, and you hear the shuffling of quivers and bows.
Okay.
Okay, Elman, you are up first.
All right, so they're perched up on trees. Do I think if I do a magic missile and I tag each one of them with a blast, they'll have to make some dex saves to try to stay in the trees?
No. You know Magic Missile doesn't exert any type of movement force.
Right. Well, well, I don't have anything at range. All right. Well, I'll just hit one of them with the nearest one to me with a magic missile.
Okay, go right ahead.
It hits.
Uh-huh. And hold on, why did you roll 1d10?
Okay.
Oh no, that was Marlon. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, that was damage proof.
Okay. So.
And that should be plus another 2 to it, so another 10. But yes, that'll be enough. The magic missiles blast out, splashing into this goblin, and it falls from the branch and crashes to the ground.
Okay.
Okay? Would you like to move anywhere?
Let's 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I'll get over right there. There we go. Okay.
Okay. Jonathan.
All right. First things first. I'll turn to Lord Edmund and say, "Stay safe, my lord," and I'll cast Sanctuary on him.
Hey.
And then I'll cast Toll the Dead on a hurt boy, if there are any hurt boys.
There are no hurt boys. There are dead boys.
Ooh, okay. Well, then I'll just get into the thick of it, as they say. Right? I'll just run up to this boy then.
Okay, so run up to the base of a tree.
Yeah, I guess so. He's
Okay.
still in the tree. Okay. Yeah, why not? And I'll cast Toll the Dead, just a regular kind of Toll the Dead on him.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw. He fails.
So he'll take 7 necrotic.
Okay. He hears the bell and his eyes roll back in his head and he falls over dead.
Okay, that's gonna be it for me.
Okay. Severin.
All right then. They're all in trees.
They are all in trees.
Well, it's a good thing I brought my jab.
Yeah, this is why my paladin carries 10 daggers on his belt.
So I'll move down here just so I have some better line of sight on the one directly to my right,
Okay.
and then I'll go ahead and throw a javelin at him.
Go right ahead. That'll hit.
All right, cool.
And it impales his chest, and he grabs it and goes, "Ah!" and falls backwards and crashes to the ground. Okay.
And see, I have attack. What action would it be to pull out another javelin?
Let's see here. It's part of the it's part of the other actions. So like as you were moving, you drew the javelin, and as your attack, you threw it. So you have like an object interaction that you can draw another javelin.
All right. Well, I'll draw my.
Well, yeah. If you have multi-attack, you can attack with 2 javelins.
All right. So I'll draw another javelin and throw it at the one. There's a tree in the way there. Is there?
No. You can see him.
All right. I'll throw it at that one then.
Okay. This one, though, when you throw it, it goes and hits the tree. Ah!
That's fine.
He yells.
I spooked him. All right. That'll be my turn.
Okay. The goblin's turns. Okay, so then. Severin, you're up first. A short bow attack against you. From the right.
12 does not hit.
Okay, from the very back.
Does not hit.
From the one in front of him.
That hits.
Okay, 7 piercing damage.
All right.
And then Marlowe. The rest of them are shooting at you.
All right.
Starting, 1 to your right, 17.
That hit. Yep, that hits.
4 piercing damage. 1 in the very back.
Yep, gonna hit.
6 piercing damage. The one to his left.
That misses.
Okay, and that one also misses. And then finally, the one closest to you
Hits.
for 3 piercing damage.
Alrighty.
And then all of them are going to use their bonus action, Nimble Escape, to hide as a bonus action.
Ooh, that's good.
Alrighty.
So, they all, let's see here, /. I'm just going to do a couple of rolls for groups.
Sounds good.
Okay, so then they start to disappear. These now represent their last known. All the goblin tokens represent their last known locations, except for these two, who do a horrible job of hiding. They're bumbling idiots, and you can clearly see them.
Okay.
Okay, Marlowe.
All right. On my turn, I reach up to my chest where those 3 hours are embedded in me and just break them all off. Throw them down, and I bellow out in Goblin, "How dare you attack your betters? Get down here and beg for your lives before I and my allies here kill you to a man. I will hunt your brethren down. I will hunt your families down. I will hunt your entire clan for attacking a hobgoblin. You should know better." And I'm trying to intimidate them into, seeing me as their better.
Okay, go ahead and roll an intimidation check.
All right.
Okay. So we'll see what effect that has on their turn.
All right. And I'll say after that, because that was my kind of action to say that, I'll say after that to everyone, let's see if that worked. And got a good relationship with these little slimy people.
Keeping it PG.
I'm definitely remembering too.
Okay. Elman.
Let's see. Two, 3, 4, 5. How easy does it look like to climb these trees?
Pretty easy. There's numerous branches. So you could go up them at half movement.
Okay.
My basic intent with my talking to you guys again there was saying to hold your actions until we see what they do.
All right. Well, I'll still move. I won't do any attacking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So I'll move.
Remember, one of the best ways to see where you can move, you don't have to count squares. You can pick up your token and hit spacebar to see how long it is.
That's right. Whoops.
It's a little bit easier than counting.
Pretty neat.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Could I have a perception check, please?
22.
Okay, you can actually see them. You do see they are still there, just this time at the base of a tree. There is a goblin right here. You actually know where all the goblins are. You can see every single one of them. They're basically at the base of the trees that they were standing in. Okay. Is that your turn?
And I'm going to use cunning action, and I'm going to get right up to this guy, and I'm just going to give him a rapier.
Okay. Go right ahead.
Yeah. 13. Nope.
Miss.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Jonathan?
Yeah, I'm just gonna ready a spell. Toll the Dead on a boy that does not react to the hobgoblin speech.
Okay. Severin?
So right now, just Eldman knows where they are.
Yes.
We know where
Alright.
the two with yellow are. You can see the two with yellow.
They're far away.
They are.
Hmm. I'll just walk over to where I last saw one of them.
Okay. Yep, well, Elman just stabbed at one.
Oh, right. I know where that one is.
Yeah, you know where that one is now.
Well, then I'll run over to that one.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll try to cut its head off.
Roll damage. And with a piercing weapon, you manage to cut its head off. It dodges out of the rapier strike directly into your sword. Okay, the goblins now. Each one of them quivers, shakes, and runs. You hear the scurrying of, like, what is that? 7 feet running away from you guys. Do you wish to pursue?
I do. Marlo does.
What's the point?
Where there's one, there's many.
Yeah, but if they're running, what? That's,
We're
yeah,
looking for lackeys, aren't we?
What?
Hobgoblin. I'm a hobgoblin. They're a goblin. They should listen to me. That's what Marlo thinks, anyway.
They are all scattering in different directions.
I'm just gonna follow one of them, and I'm gonna cast Fly on myself.
Okay, so you're gonna have no problem catching up with this guy. He sees a
From your
flying,
nightmares.
he sees a flying hobgoblin, and he just falls over the ground.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick him up and bring him back to the party.
Okay.
You're like Batman, like
Right.
Robin.
I'll be right back.
And you see
Or
Marlo
be dead.
return with this goblin who has clearly wet itself.
Yeah, nice.
Are
And
you
I
slaying?
put him down.
Don't
I,
kill,
like,
don't
slam
kill,
him down
don't kill,
into the
don't
ground.
kill, don't kill, don't kill, don't kill!
What clan are you? What clan are you?
Hot dogs!
Right. There's lots of you around here.
Yes!
Okay. Well, here's an offer. You know the castle nearby.
Yes! Many goblins die there.
Yeah, I bet they do.
No, orcs come
Well,
steal
we're
them.
gonna
Force them
We're
to
gonna
work.
be there. We're gonna be there in 2 days' time.
Yes.
I want to discuss an alliance with your leader. There's a
Uh,
lot of loot. There's a lot of loot in it for them. Lots of treasure.
and
I
you don't
want
kill?
you. Well, I will not kill anyone. Any goblins that come there are under my protection. You understand?
Yes.
But if
He
you
nods
don't-
vigorously. You offer good protection. Good protection.
And if you don't come, I will kill you.
I
And I will
believe
impale
it.
your body. Good. So, run along now and tell your chief he better be there in 2 days.
Yes, not too good. Not too good. Don't kill
Good.
Knob.
Not gonna kill you if you do what I say. All right.
What do I tell Chief?
Tell him Marlowe wants to speak with him, and he's got an offer for a lot of gold and treasure.
And what about
More gold and
orcs?
treasure than you've seen. No, we're gonna be killing humans.
Kill. His eyes light up. I like to kill humans. We like to kill humans.
Good. Now get out of here.
Okay. And he starts running.
All right. Yeah, let him go this time.
Okay. Well, that's an interesting way to get a warfare unit.
The army of goblins.
Yes, highly trustworthy. I'm sure they'll
Let's-
just do great.
We'll just not even try to negotiate with humans. We'll just unite all of the goblin clans.
the forest. Yeah. Well, Marlo's idea is that maybe we don't have to pay them because we'll just promise them spoils from the battle. They can have scavenging rights.
Okay. Edmund looks at you. Well done. Although, I don't know how... Well, I guess we've already allied ourselves with orcs. Okay, I guess goblins don't matter either.
Really matter, yeah, exactly. All that matters is staying alive. And I'm a goblin anyway, so watch your tongue, boy. Eddie.
Well, you're a superior variety.
I like that. That's very true. keep talking like that. We're gonna get on just fine. Eddie.
Okay, so you guys want to continue on?
Yes, I cannot grab my javelins.
Yes, you can grab your javelins. The javelins are retrieved.
Yes.
From the anything interesting on the ones that we killed?
You like goblin short bows and scimitars?
Does the boy have any weapons?
He does not.
Get him
Does
my
now.
first scimitar.
He now has a
Yeah.
short bow and a scimitar.
You're short enough to use these.
I
Yeah,
guess.
they actually probably are sized correctly for him.
Yeah. Although I prefer something that didn't look as crude.
We'll get it for you, sire.
When you
Yeah.
showed you can use it, you can get a better one.
You've got to win your sword, boy. You got to win it. This
Yes.
here, and I hold up my
I
sword.
believe that this would
That's holy
degrade
fire.
my lordly apparel, and thus the respect that people might give to me. Sir Severin,
Yes.
as a knight of Bedegar, I order you to bear my blades.
Yeah, chop, Sir Severin.
Oh, all right. That's fine.
He gives you his bladed short bow.
I'll stuff them somewhere.
Okay. So then you guys continue on, and you go back.
For the rest of the trip, Marlo's just going, ooh, Sir Severin. Ooh.
Oh, that's great.
Tell him he could probably use the short bow to clean his teeth.
Probably true.
Okay, so you all exit from the forest rend, and you have found the road, and you are now heading up. There we go. There's Severin. And you are able to go across. There are some new guards stationed at the bridge. As you cross, and
do
they
they look
see
like-
you.
Do they look like town guards still, though?
Yes, they look like town
Okay,
guards.
cool.
Okay.
They see you from a distance, and they say, "Hey, it's Pina!" And they start getting very excited as they see Pina coming up, and she starts running forward. "Hey, guys!"
I cast Disguise Self right before we exit the forest.
Okay. Who do you look like?
Like the human Marlo.
Okay. So you all are walking back into town. They usher you in, and they say, "This is great! Oh, I can't believe you guys did it, and you're still alive. When Gil came back with the horses, we thought you guys were done for."
Yeah, well, not all of
Speaking
us
of-
are steady cats like Gil.
Speaking of, I'd like to have a word with Gil.
Yeah.
Well, he's probably with the mayor right now, but the mayor would want to see you too.
Perfect.
You want to see him, believe me.
Okay, so you're gonna go through town. As you go, people start looking out through windows. They see it and they start cheering, and you have a small crowd gathering around you. You make your way up to the mayor's house, Mayor Osric. And
I
see-
knock loudly on the mayor's door.
Yeah. Well, he's already outside, and so he looks.
Still knock on his door.
Yeah, still knock on his door. Yeah.
And he stares in a little bit of disbelief. You did it! You did it! This is wonderful!
I like in a very loud voice saying, "We did do it. We didn't only bring back Pina." And I point towards Eddie, and I say,
Uh-huh.
"This here is Lord Edmund, your rightful liege. His family was murdered by Lord Sexton,
Uh,
and he's come looking for your fealty.
And Edmund, on hearing this, he was about to put up a hood. He lets it drop and holds up his ring. Osric looks at the ring. The Bedegars still live. The Bedeg... And he falls down prostrate before Edmund. Edmund looks at you and gives a nod. My lord, we are yours to command. Gravesford is behind you. That is good. I shall have you organize with my knight, Sir Severin, for the restoration of Castle
Daddy.
Rend. Of course. And we shall begin preparations to overthrow this despot, Lord Saxton. Yes, of course, my lord.
Huzzah!
And the people around you are starting to cheer, and Osric gets up and starts talking with people, telling them, go start spreading the news.
I lean over to Marlo, and that was a lot easier than I thought it would be.
Yeah, me too. Honestly, I mean, I was the one arguing for him to keep a low profile, but I figured, when in Gravesford.
There's a whole bunch of cheering going on now. Osric comes up to you and says, we cannot thank you enough. We shall have your payment delivered to your rooms, and you stay for free now. There will be no paying. You eat and you stay for free here in Gravesford. We cannot tell you how happy we are to have Pina back.
Excellent. She's going to be going on a little trip.
Oh.
But
don't ask questions about it.
Yeah, she just wants to see the world a little bit. Don't worry about it. She's only been for a few months. She's going to help us out a little bit, that's all.
Oh, okay. Well, we're just happy to know that she's safe.
Oh, believe me. Me too. About that gold.
It'll be in your rooms.
Excellent. But yeah, we're going to need a lot of people heading over to the old castle. It's going to need a bit of a fixer-up job. Befitting of the Lord.
There's a castle out there.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, big castle.
Big castle. It looks great. It just might take a little bit.
This
kind of messed up.
This is great news for Gravesford. To have a castle in the Forest Rend, why, that could help tame the land. We could see more trade through here. This is wonderful.
Absolutely.
And to have a Lord Bedegar. The other towns will surely rally around us.
And that, Osric, is going to be your job.
Yes?
Yeah, you're going to be responsible for rallying the folk to Castle Rend. Because we're obviously responsible for his lordship's safety, so we can't be traveling to the outer towns.
Yes, that is a good point. I will need official letters. Go ahead, roll insight.
I want to see how he's taking all this in. Yeah.
Okay. He seems genuinely excited about all of this. He's excited that Pina is alive. There doesn't seem to be any, he's perspiring, but it's probably because it's a nice summer day and he's a little bulbous and he's been jumping up and down a lot recently. So he is excited about what is happening here. But he says, yes, we'll have to have official letters, of course, from his lordship. Yeah. But I'm sure all of Gravesford will rally around him.
Excellent news. Well, Pina wanted to go search the wreckage of her tower.
Yep.
And Pina, I'll come with you. I'll help you do that.
Okay. Yep. So you guys walk down the road, and she sees the ashes, the remains of what was once her 2-story house and shop. And she goes over, and she kneels down in the ashes, and she starts crying.
Castle, tower in the castle, Pina. Come on, think positive. Tower in the castle.
Yeah,
Way better than this place.
It will be. It's just a
This
lot.
wasn't even yours, Pina. This was your master's. The tower in the castle will be yours.
No, this was mine.
Oh. Well, the tower in the castle will be yours too, Pina.
I know. Just give me a minute. It's a lot to
then
take in.
Then you'll have 2 ruined towers, Pina.
Girls just cry sometimes, okay? Just let me cry, and I'll be okay.
Fine.
Men.
I want to ask the mayor, is there anybody in town that is really happy with Lord Saxon being in charge?
The only one I could foresee trouble with would be Carrick. But we can probably persuade him to follow Edmund, and his wealth would be of use, his wealth and influence. You could probably afford a lot of men with the money he has. He has connections too.
Sounds like we should pay him a visit.
Yes. Do you want me to go with you?
Yeah, I think we should all go.
Okay. Yes, it would be well worth a visit. We must make sure that he's not going to ruin this.
The entire town should come with us.
Well, we want to make it look like he has a choice. Because
Oh,
if
he
it
does.
doesn't look like he has a choice, then he'll just say yes now and then run off the second he gets it. But if he has a choice now, he could argue against us and reveal his true intentions, and then we could know whether to kill him or not. I mean, deal with him or not.
Osric looks over. No murder,
No, can I
please.
deal with, capture, temporarily apprehend, and seize wealth of.
You have a castle. Castles have dungeons, don't they?
Put him in the dungeon until he dies.
We'll throw him in the omelette.
Well, it's
Throw
a
him in the
revolution.
bowl.
People are going to get their feelings hurt.
Yes, but you must be the type of rulers that maintain rule of law, or else you are no better than Lord Saxton.
My good man, no one respects the law more than Marlowe the Impaler.
You don't even get the roll for that. He just looks at you.
I mean, technically I'm lawful.
Alignment is descriptive, not prescriptive. If your alignment and your actions do not match up, it's not your actions that are wrong, it's your alignment. Okay, so what would you guys like to do?
I heard there was gold in my room.
It's being delivered.
We should probably check in with the priest as well about clearing up the reconstituting.
Yeah, that's
the
like
temple.
one of the reasons we came.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we can stop in there on the way to this fellow's house.
Okay, stop by the church. You come by, and you can see, if you remember, a donation was recently made, and improvements have already started. You can see the scaffolding around where some of the stonework is being repaired and cleaned off. Some of the arches that were in need of desperate repair have already been replaced in the short time that you've been away. And you see, Father turns around. Ah, welcome back. I hear that Pina has returned to us. That is our greatest news. And thank you for your donation. How might I serve you?
All right. Well, you see, we
Marlowe
just
doesn't enter the
we-
church.
we came across a bit of a castle, and there is currently a desecrated altar in it, and we were wondering
An
if you
altar
could look
to
into that.
who?
Don't even remember, but
Saint Gade.
that one.
He gasps. Desecrated? Who has desecrated this?
They were taken care
Definitely
of.
not orcs.
They were taken care of.
Definitely not our orc allies.
Oh, yes, I can do this. Do you know how it was desecrated? Describe it to me.
We didn't see it.
Yeah,
According to our interrogation, it was turned into a different god that may or may not be orcish.
Oh.
What was attempted? And the spirit rose and defended the space.
Yes, this is serious. This is serious. This was once a great shrine, then, with true and devout followers. He starts to think. Yes, I can do this. However, it is a costly endeavor. The materials needed to cleanse this shrine and the protections needed. Yes, I'm afraid that all the materials together would cost about 500 gold.
Oh, that's all right. We'll get that together for you.
Yes, then once I receive the gold, I can begin making the purchases for the needed incense and sacraments.
Just sell your church for it.
My lord.
Maybe add a second collection to the mass. Maybe that'll raise profits a little.
The people of Gravesford are not rich, and they have already risen a collection to pay for you.
Oh, that's true.
Hmm.
Just collection.
Marlo shouts in from outside. What's taking so long? Just tell him we'll pay for it.
I did.
Yes.
I'm sure our new liege lord will take care of it.
Yes, the thing is, any amount you can give me, I can begin the preparations, but I need the funds to procure the materials.
Well, I have 60 gold on me.
What kind
Sorry,
of
how much
materials
did you say it was?
It'll cost
500.
500 gold.
What kind of materials do you need?
There will be holy water, there will be incense, there will be sacraments, wards. This is
How much were we to be
Hmm?
How much were we to be paid for saving Pina?
You did not know because a collection was going to be taken.
Got it.
Where would you get these materials?
From my holy order and from the towns nearby that have them in supply.
Okay, so stealing would be out.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
I would prefer if you do not steal holy sacraments.
What
But
if
not
we
incense or
buy
holy
the
water?
sacrament? All right, so I will contribute 60 gold toward this fund.
Yes, I shall begin procurement immediately. I will need you to guide me to this castle in this chapel when the time comes.
All right, will do.
Okay. And you guys want to proceed now to Carrick?
Yes.
Yep.
Was that the fellow that we was mockingly called like his lordship or something?
Yes, Duke.
All right, cool.
Okay. So you all proceed with Mayor Osric. And there is Carrick sitting on his porch of his plantation manor. And he sees you coming and he rises. Ah, Mayor Osric. And the motley crew. What do
I intentionally
owe?
walk on his grass.
Why are you here?
Well, Carrick, we're big fans of yours, as you know, and we came to chat about a new business opportunity for you.
Go on.
Well, we have recently, in rescuing Pina, procured the rightful heir to these lands.
The rightful heir to these lands would be a Bedegar, and the Bedegars were slaughtered.
The Benegars were slaughtered, but not Benegar Jr., Lord Edmund. He was not slaughtered. You can go meet him for yourself if you don't believe me.
Edmund is with you.
Ah, yeah, he's right there, actually.
Really?
Easy to meet him.
And then Edmund holds up his ring. I am the Baron of Bedegar, and you are one of my serfs.
Edmund, let's not go heavy on this.
He holds up his hand to silence you. And then he holds up his ring for Duke Carrick. Carrick looks down to examine the ring and sees it, and when he sees it, his eyes go wide. And Edmund says, "Kneel, and swear your fealty to me." He kneels down, takes the ring, and kisses it. "I am your humble servant, Baron of Bedegar." And so it is. I shall call on you soon, for we will need your services. Yes, whatever you wish. And he looks around at all of you, just bewildered.
Well,
Just wondering, do you happen to have 500 gold to contribute to his lordship?
500 gold. 500 gold. That is
small amount.
Well, any donation is appreciated. There are different levels that you can pledge at.
We have a Patreon.
500 gold is a life savings in these parts.
my
But what is this gold for?
my lord, come here for a sec.
Are you saying that to Edmund or Carrick?
No, to Carrick.
Carrick stands where he is.
All right, well, never mind then. Trying to
It's
give
just
you
that
advice.
you got something on your face, and I didn't want to tell
And
you.
Edmund says,
Yeah.
"The gold is for the restoration of a chapel in my castle Rend that is currently defaced. That is something that must be rectified. You may donate any amount you wish directly to Father, I just missed his name, hold on, to Father Belderon. Yes, as my first act of obedience to you, I shall donate 100 gold towards this endeavor."
Oh, that's good.
Can I make an insight check to make sure this guy's on the
Go ahead.
Please do, because mine was terrible.
15?
Okay. So, you're looking at this guy, and you don't quite know what to think. But you also think he doesn't quite know what to think. He doesn't seem to be doubting Edmund, though. But there are lots of thoughts going through his head.
My lord Edmund, I think this man is obviously offering to donate a extraordinary amount of 100 gold to your fund, and that's extremely generous. I think that perhaps having met him, it would behoove you to meet other townsfolk. Introduce yourself. Maybe don't immediately call them serfs and ask them to swear fealty, but show them that
Do
you
not
are a man.
correct me in front of my people.
Right. Of course. I'm so sorry, my lord. But maybe show them you are a man that serves good.
Come, let us go, he says.
Exactly. All right.
Carrick, your generosity will be noted. Thank you.
Much
Of course, my
appreciated.
lord.
Marlowe's gonna hang back. Carrick, a word?
What?
Look, mate. He's a kid. You know that. I know that. He's a kid that needs some guidance.
Yes.
And he needs some smart people like yourself around him.
Yes.
I'm not from here. I haven't been in this town too long. But even in the little time that I have learned that you are a little bit of a prick. And I don't mean that as an insult. I really don't, Eric. I cannot be clear enough. That is not an insult at all. We need
You
pricks.
are a thing of fine words.
Yes, I try. We need ruthless people around us, because or else the boy is not going to survive. But Carrick, right now, and I'm again, well, maybe a little bit of insult here. Right now, you're not that important. You're important in this town, my man, but you're not that important. You know it, I know it. I'm also not important. So from one unimportant sod to another. Hello. However, that kiddo's a star you might be willing to hitch your wagon to. He's going places, Carrick. And the people that are around him are going to be rewarded. And he'll remember them.
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
All right.
That's good.
Carrick nods.
Just a word of advice. Just for one man looking to ascend to another. It might be a good bet.
He nods. Don't step on my grass again.
That wasn't me. That was my mate. But I'll tell him.
Tell him.
Best of luck to you, Garrick.
Yes, and you.
I hope we'll be seeing each other soon.
I don't.
Fair enough.
Okay. And then he turns and he goes inside.
I'm gonna stay outside and watch the house.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and do it quietly, but I'm watching to see if anyone comes and goes.
Okay, so you're just going to stick around the house and see if anyone comes and goes?
Yeah, but I'll use a Mask of Many Faces to change my appearance, and I'll do that now, and I'll do it every hour hereafter.
Okay.
So it doesn't look like one person standing outside. There's many people that just happen to be hanging around, you know?
Okay. Yes, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Alrighty. That's not my strong suit.
Okay, as you're standing there, about an hour after your meeting, you see there is 2 guards that are walking out with a chest. They walk past you.
Are they walking towards the church?
And they turn towards the church.
Alright, I'll let them go. And I'm just watching the house.
Yep.
I'm probably going to spend most of the night there, just making sure essentially trying to make sure no messengers are leaving.
Yep. Okay. And as you're going to go throughout the night, what you're going to find is that no messengers pass your sight.
All right.
The rest of you, what are the rest of you doing throughout the day?
I guess we're escorting Lord Edmund, I guess, around to...
Okay. You're parading him around town. The people accept him, and they are cheering. All of you have been hailed as heroes of Gravesford and saviors of the kingdom.
Okay, I'm doing like the Secret Service thing. I'm not paying attention to Edmund. I'm watching the crowd and seeing if anybody's kind of taking undue interest.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check.
I got something caught in my eyes.
Yep.
Suns in my eyes.
No, it's more of one of those things of you think you see tells on people, but the longer you watch, the more you realize that is really just an old lady with a hunched back. It's not a great axe. It is a hunchback. So that type of thing. No one makes a move on Edmund's life. Is there
While we're
anything else? Yep.
As we're parading him, I'll be shouting out, "His lordship requires your assistance. Any help is appreciated. If you would like to join our endeavor, come speak to me."
Yep. And you do get a whole bunch of volunteers, especially among the younger men, who seem like excited for adventure.
Perfect.
So you will gain peasant levies from Gravesford. At one point, you see Gil standing on the side of the road. He's nodding and clapping his hands. You guys just gonna walk past?
Mm.
I mean, I did say I had a few words for it.
I'm not there.
I'll walk up to him and ask him, why'd you leave?
I was paid to protect the horses.
All
When
right,
you guys
that's fair.
decide to spend the night there in their castle, well, gotta keep the horses safe, not staying in the woods with them orcs.
That's fair. I respect that decision.
Yep. But good job. Who would have thunk that kid was in there? And you got yourself a castle, do you?
Yes, we will. It would be nice if we had a stable master at our new castle.
Tell you what, I'm not a stable master. But you're probably going to need someone to train up some raw recruits, aren't you?
That's also true.
Well then, I got a fee. I can send it to you.
And how much is that?
We'll talk about that.
All right, that works for me.
Yep. So, he nods to you and keeps clapping. So, anything else that you guys want to do this day?
Can I sell my old armor now that I have new awesome magic armor that we totally didn't almost die getting?
Yep, you can sell that for half price.
I don't know how much chainmail goes for.
Oy, let's see here. Do I have it in the compendium?
Do you have a
Chainmail.
total on how much gold we've kickstarted so far?
Well, the people here seem rather poor. No, it's not.
Okay, I got a good
Chainmail
chunk
goes
of
for
gold.
75 gold pieces.
Yep.
Chainmail 75, so.
We need better stretch goals.
30.
Yep. You
Yeah, I
guys.
got 155 total, so I can pitch in a good amount.
So, that night, though, you guys are able to retire to the. Instead of going back to the castle, you guys could do that if you want, or you could sleep at the Reluctant Pig.
Marlo's happy to sleep with the pig.
Okay. So you guys go to the Reluctant Pig. You're hailed as heroes. You're welcomed as heroes. There's partying. There's cheering. There's drinks on the house, and lots of food. That night, you're able to retire to your rooms, where a bag of 200 gold pieces is waiting for you.
A lot of gold.
Oh wow, that's
Yep.
oh my god, that's probably everyone's like 401k. combined.
I mean,
Yeah.
they could have chipped in more. I'm just saying.
You probably know there's probably about 200 households in all of Gravesford.
That's only a gold
I feel so bad.
It's only a gold each, honestly. Like they could have done 5 each.
Yeah, it's made up of sundry coins, silvers, and coppers.
And they probably, to make that one gold they saved up, they have to save like 1 copper every time they make a copper.
Yeah, they could have saved more. Is all I'm saying.
Could have saved like 2 copper for everyone.
It's only copper.
So, You guys have another 200 gold that you can add. And as you guys are counting your gold, which is divvied out in silver and coppers, for the most part, there are very few actual gold coins in there.
So it will take 50 each, I take it?
I would like to donate my 50 to the castle.
Okay, yep. And while you guys are counting this, at one point, you look up and they're sitting by the window as the sun has gone down. They're sitting by the window after the sun has gone down. You see a halfling in dark leathers with curly red hair that's been slicked back against his scalp.
Elman, is this your mate?
You two know each other.
Him? I wouldn't know him if you paid me, he says with a clipped and sneering accent.
Are you sure? We have quite a lot of gold.
we just came into some money.
You guys did a good job with that orc lady, by the way. And with who's this? The Baron's youngest son. Wow, bravo! He claps. You know you guys are dead, right?
Oh, we've heard that before.
No, but this time...
Marlo like makes a show of inspecting himself, and he's like, "No, I don't think I am dead."
No. You guys are really, really dead. So I figure you folks got about a week before that Sir Peloton shows up at your new castle or whatever. His army ain't big, but Saxton has some nasty friends. You know what a knoll is? Well, you'll see. Anyway, the word is out there about you folks in the castle in that forest, and Saxton ain't exactly popular. I know a couple of companies of foot used to work for the old Baron will probably come by to help, but it wouldn't hurt to find a few hundred more friends who can fight and take orders. Oh, and you're going to have to kill Pellinton too. You know that, right? Because he's coming for you personal.
I mean, I've had dreams about that.
Yeah,
Maybe there's a way to accomplish this without killing him, like taking away his bending. Maybe we could do that.
Personally, I would prefer if you killed him, okay? I might pay you to do that.
Oh, you would? How much?
We'll talk about that after you do it.
How does Sir Peloton know what we've done?
He's got people. How do I know what you've done? We got people, okay?
Well, let's trade some spycraft.
Oh, and
right?
hold on. Let me see here. He looks out the window. Oh yeah, that's right. You paraded the boy around town like a clown.
Some idiot shouted out that it was that Edmund was the right. Who did that? I don't know, but
yeah, it's not really a secret. Yeah, Sir Peloton, he was staying in the forest, only like a day away. Okay.
So he doesn't know yet.
No, he knows. He knows. He's on his way to gather his army right now.
But if he was a day away, how did people get to the message to him in less than a day?
Exactly.
I'm speaking in general terms, you imbecile.
You paid for a priority mail?
Next day delivery.
Also, you ever hear of magic?
What's that?
He's got Amazon Prime.
Okay, well here's the lowdown. I think you've got about a week to prepare. Good luck.
You were saying about friends of yours.
And then he just opens the window and jumps out.
Friends of yours. Mario casts fly and follows him.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Alright.
You fly out the window.
Also, wait, I'm definitely at disadvantage. So it's a 3, not an 11.
You fly out, drunken fly. First, you collide against the windowsill.
Yeah, like boss into the window.
Pull back, and then fly out, and you're looking around.
And just shouting at the top of my lungs, "You said you had friends! I want to hire your friend!"
Go back, Marlo. You're drunk. You hear from below.
That's true. That's very true. All right.
You hit the windowsill again as you try to fly back in.
Why does it keep moving?
Okay, and I think that is where we will close today's session.
Perfect.
Alrighty.
So the next time we play, it'll actually be our last session. So you guys have a question to answer. You need to choose whether you want Castle Rend to be that it could be a level 3 keep or it could be a level 1 castle.
Oh,
I do like keeps.
Yep.
I need to remember the differences between those.
Yeah, go ahead, and
Yeah.
it's fine. It's fair game for you guys to read up on this in the playtest packet. Go ahead
I was
and
trying not
read
to
up
do that.
on warfare rules. Make sure you're familiar with those, because we will be using those next time.
Oh no.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, but great job, guys.
All right, that was fun.
Alright, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.